This presentation highlights a few opportunities in your classroom where you can take the current curriculum and continue to increase the opportunities to include all learners. I know you're wondering why extending the differentiation opportunities in your classroom are important. Looking at this cartoon, you can see that asking all of these animals to climb the tree is not fair or equitable. A penguin might be able to fly, but actually climbing the tree would be next to impossible. Same for many of the other animals. It is easier to determine how this task is not fair or equitable. The learners in our classroom face these same challenges every day. However, it is much harder to detect challenges that the students face. So taking the time to incorporate the principles for universal design for learning will create a more inclusive learning environment for everyone, even if they don't have a disability that is easily noticeable. During my observation of your classroom, I noticed that using the multiple means of representation seemed to be one that came naturally. You gave students directions auditorily, a checklist for materials and tasks, and during the initial introduction for the lesson, you provided options for comprehension. You probed for background knowledge about circuits, provided hands-on materials, and opportunities for clarification. In this lesson, you supported students with executive function options with a checklist and a timer. The nature of an inquiry is engaging, and students were engaged in making the circuits. Students were also placed in groups with necessary materials. These are universal designs for learning opportunities that you naturally incorporated. I would like to share a few more ideas that you could easily incorporate for your students. The bar magnifiers that you received will support your students with low vision, but should be available for everyone. The bar magnifiers can be used by other students to mark their spot in a piece of text or even spotlight information with the colored strips in the middle. One option to consider is to reserve the iPads for student use during science. This would have allowed students to take pictures and create digital representations of their science thinking. One app that they could have used on the iPads is Explain Everything. This would have also given the students the ability to have the presentation digitally. This would have been a great way to support the student with low vision because he could have used the optical character recognition program that allows the student to capture text and have it read aloud. That's the JOCR program. It's free. This student could also have the access to the accessibility features on the iPad to have everything read aloud or magnify the print size. You already see the power of the checklist. Providing a tray with appropriate science materials and a checklist would have supported all learners, but especially those who find organization to be a challenge. Thank you for sharing your classroom with me and allowing me to share my observations. I know you are always looking for ways to include all learners in your classroom. They are lucky to have you as their teacher.